Energy readers of the world, welcome back to my channel, Zenergy Tarot, where we find the Zen within. Let's slide right into this powerful read of love. I know it's going to be a powerful read of love, and I'm not talking like, oh, you're going to find the love of your life. Maybe you are, but that's going to be you. This is going to be a powerful self-love message, because that's what I do. And if you don't like it, go find all them other readers that are looking at all your people. And, you know, instead of you looking at yourself in the mirror, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Don't worry about the other person. Yeah, see, your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, which obviously we just had the new moon in Pisces just pass us up. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Nothing yet set in stone. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of a balancing act. Maybe you're working on balancing yourself. I don't know. We'll see what we see. Let's just throw down some tarot. Well, there's a big misconception of what love even is, right? Most people don't even know. There's a meme I've seen going around where it, if you want to know if someone is a robot, ask them what love is and they'll short circuit. Oh, yeah. Oh, when the devil wanted to stay out there. Yeah, see, so that's what I figured. We got somebody out here that's getting rid of, wow, this is just the whole spread just came all in one big fat clump. So, but the overall energy I'm going to say is this devil energy. That devil energy, because then we got the Two of Cups, Seven of Cups. This is almost like a, I swear, I feel like I pulled this spread before. Yeah, and it actually gave me my exact amount of cards. Yeah, there's a lot of forward movement within yourself, and, you know, you're realizing that if you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to be left out in the cold. You realize that if you continue to be around the people that you're around, they're going to leave you out in the cold. Like, when it all comes down to it, you know, this is the sad reality, is that you're the only person that's for you 100% all the time, unconditionally, because you have no choice but to unconditionally love yourself. And, you know, ultimately, that's what we've got to do, is figure out how to unconditionally love ourselves first. Yeah? Yeah. Because there's nobody that's more consistent in your life than you. And we can sit here and focus on all the things we hate about ourselves, and then that's what's going to continue to ruminate throughout our thoughts. And I just shared something on the community board. People are realizing everywhere that, especially psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, these types of people are realizing that most people have just brought on all of their own problems. You know, and I know you don't want to hear that, because everybody wants to blame something or somebody else for why they are what they are, who they are, where they are in life. They always want to blame somebody else. I think I know what I'm going to do here. Yeah, okay. Because this is all about you. This is not... And I'm seeing that it's not about another person. Yeah, the Two of Cups is out here. Sure, it is. Yeah, this is beautiful. And we do have the Four of Cups on the bottom. So it's on the bottom because this is, you know, something that you're really deeply working on. This is something that the collective wants, is that twin flame, we'll call it, soulmate person. And, you know, the reason why you're in tarot so deep for the majority of anyone who's in tarot is because of another person has it seems, almost shoved you there. Yeah. I've seen this. It seems to be, I want to say, I bet it's 89%, just throwing a wild, silly number out there, but are in tarot just because of another person. And you have allowed that other person to control your emotions. And when you can take away the responsibility from someone else to control my emotions, something that Abraham Hicks, I believe it is, says, you know, that if you can take the responsibility off the other person for your emotions, there's a lot of freedom in that. A lot of freedom in that. Like, and because most people, especially online, trolls and whatnot, they're just trying to get a reaction. They're trying to control your emotions. That's all. That's all it is. They're trying to control your emotions. Why do they want to do that? I don't know. Because everybody wants this little teeny itty bitty power over somebody else. I don't know why. It just, that's what they love. They want that little itty bitty power over somebody else. Oh wait, we're gonna have to move up here. So we're gonna dig into this a little, but this is wow. Yeah. So what I'm getting here is, see, in your center energy, this is, I knew this was gonna, God, I love tarot. So you got the Chariot in your center energy with the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. And this is you as a Page of Wands. Because you have this idea, this passion inside of you. And you've been second guessing, questioning yourself, and beating down on yourself so much that you have shelved whatever that is. Whatever this passion, whatever that is. To make money. And I only say that because the Ten of Pentacles is in the middle. So now it's like this Ten of Pentacles is the sun, and it is radiating through this whole read. You know, we've got rays coming around this. And all that is on all sides of it is somebody who is, you know, climbing the ladder, fighting tooth and nail, clawing their way to the top. But if you stop and look and realize you don't actually have to do that, you don't actually have to fight and claw your way to the top that hard. That's just what society has been programmed, that's what society has programmed us to believe. You know, that all you came here for is to just work, 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 give it all away, and what? You know? There's way more to life than just going and getting money. Unfortunately, our society, all societies have been set up that it's the only way to live. But if you watch enough homeless people online, and I believe some of them have actually been honest, they like it more. A lot of them have more money than most of us in their pocket because they don't have to pay all the bills that we have to pay. Now, it's not a lifestyle that I ever want to live. I love my life here with all of these amenities that I do have to pay a lot for. But regardless, what I'm getting at is you're starting to look at things differently. You're starting to look at money differently. You're starting to look at monetary energy, we'll call it, differently. And because of that, you're going to be able to walk away from your old way of thinking. And I've said this before, and I'm getting it again now. It's like you're walking away from an old way of self-love, from what you thought was love for yourself, what you thought was you loving yourself. And this is beautiful because we're seeing this not just in the esoteric world. This is happening in the whole world as a whole. People are starting to really realize the importance of loving themselves first. And okay, so I'll give you a perfect example. And I know you want to see some more cards going down. I'm trying to figure out where okay. Okay. In Haiti, when I visited Haiti for 10 days, and it was much different there. It's funny that I'm talking about that, and then I was called on a mission, flew out. I wanted to live in Haiti so bad, uh, because there's so much work to be done there, and I love work. Uh, I've been seeing my birthday lately, and it's been reminding me of my life path number. So, anyhow, these people have nothing hardly at all. I mean, pretty much anything they do have was given to them, by whoever, wherever, from whomever. And so these people, typically in America, when things are given to you, I can't speak for all other countries everywhere, but in America, when most things are given to you, people don't appreciate it because they didn't earn it, they didn't work for it, and so typically it's the first thing that's ruined, forgotten, lost, whatever. I'm guilty of it. I have been, and so. But these people are so grateful for for the little bit that they do have. They will have had stuff for 10 years, and it looks just as good as the day that it was given to them. I mean, it's insane the amount of gratitude that they have there. But even though, despite, this is why I said all that to say this, despite from what we see as having nothing, because we only see monetary, we only see physical things, the cars and whatever. So I noticed that these people are actually happier than anybody else I've ever come across in my entire life. And it's not a fake happiness. It's not like we just got here and everyone, the honeymoon stage or whatever. No, this is a real, genuine happiness. And what I realized looking back all the time and trying to contemplate how and why these people can be so loving and so happy despite having nothing, and the struggles that they've already went through that I know nothing about, things that some of them won't even talk about. I don't know how it is there now. It's been several years since I've been there, and I'd love to go back, but it was a 9 o'clock curfew in the entire country. It's not like a 9 o'clock curfew in this town or that town. It was like everywhere, and if you're out, you're in big trouble. Well, the mission that we were called on is facing my shadow, removes darkness from the world. Believing is seeing. And what are we talking about? We're talking about love. The mission we were called on here is to raise the vibration to the unconditional love frequency, which would be something like 528, 628, or what is it, 523, 628. I believe I have 523 playing now. I can't remember. Anyhow, that's the goal. And this society has made us to either believe or actually put us in this bondage. And it's a false bondage. It's a false reality. And everyone is starting to understand and realize this. And that's why things are happening much faster than they were before because they have to get ahead of it. They have to get ahead of this mass awakening. But it's not going to happen because this is a collective thing. So it's not just one individual here or here, and it's easy to get them back under control. But more and more people, I'm seeing this, more and more people are not allowing other people to affect their emotions because they've had enough self-reflection and introspection that now they believe and see themselves. You know, it's one thing that you can say, I see you, and you know what that means now, and you don't even have to watch the movie Avatar to understand the term, I see you. I see you. I see the real you. You can put on this mask and facade, but I see you. And well, maybe that's the Scorpio in me. I'm gonna allow you to go ahead and I'll pretend along with you and we'll play this game. We'll play this game for now. It's fun. You're having fun. I'm having fun that you're having fun, so let's have some fun. But I know the real deal. You know, you're tired of all of the lies. You know, this is a Ten of Swords that someone has been fed nothing but lies. And because of those lies, you know, you will have to walk away from a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of love in order to get to that unconditional love position. You know? And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating because you don't even know what the right thing to do is anymore. And that's kind of, unfortunately, part of the programming. That's what they want. You know, a lot of confusion of what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do, what's the right move, what's the wrong move, blah, blah, blah. You know? But there is a lot of forward motion and movement in the collective going right now. And then it doesn't surprise me that we've got the Eight of Wands and the Chariot followed up by the Eight of Wands. I mean, what else other than having the Knight of Wands here, baby? Actually, be the Knight of Swords. You know, we've. I mean, this is like Flash Gordon energy, almost. You know, and that's why something that I've really come to realize and understand about myself, I guess, is that I I guess I could be considered a light worker, sure, but I'm really more of a shadow worker. And it's only by following Teal Swan a little bit more now that I've come to realize that, yeah, you know what? Jesus was a shadow worker. Jesus wasn't no light worker. Jesus was a shadow worker, okay? Because he hung out with all the thieves and the robbers and the prostitutes and he wasn't hanging out with, I've been really, this has really hit hard home for me more recently than ever, is that, he hung out with all of those people. Why? Because they're the ones that need that love the most. Most people are the way that they are because of the lack of love, because of the resistance to love. I got lots of goosebumps going on right now. Commit. Commit to what? Commit to your mission. Receive. Receive what? Receive that the fact that your shadow removes the darkness from the world. Awaken to believing is seeing. And now I'm not talking about like the only way to believe in God is to see him. Well, if you don't see God by now, you're never going to see him. God is everywhere, right? If we're all interconnected, we're all from Source. Source what? Source God. God source. Okay? If we're not all from that, then yeah, I can understand you don't see it, but no, we're all from, so you're seeing it everywhere. What about the devil? Yeah, God created the devil. Right? He's a fallen angel. I don't know why I picked this back up. I guess because I wanted to look at the bottom. I never looked at the bottom of this one. It's the Two of Wands. Because you're seeking, you're searching, you're looking, trying to figure out what in the hell is right and what is wrong. And what is, I mean, we all know the core right and wrongs, but it's like there's these little gray areas that you're trying to figure out. And now I like to attribute those gray areas to the gaining the spiritual wisdom, gaining awakening. Because in the original Rider-Waite Tarot, anything with a gray background, that is the gaining spiritual awareness, spiritual wisdom. The Temperance card, Star card, healing, lots of healing. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe even the Eight of Cups has the gray background. Matter of fact, let's just, let's just do this little experiment, test my retention or my third eye. Whoa, this is a good reach. But anyways, yeah, I mean, somebody who's trying to figure out how to love themselves. And it's something as simple as literally, just something as simple as putting on face wash. Be smart about what face wash you're using. No parabens. I've been spreading that for 2 decades now. Now you're finally, it's funny, everyone thought I was crazy about 18 years ago when I started talking about this. And now you see paraben free on all types of things. Especially baby stuff. A lot of the baby stuff is oddly and had the most of all the bad stuff in it. It's like as soon as you come out, they want you rubbing all this cancer all over you. It's crazy. I think it's hilarious. And people are starting to figure it out. That's what I think is hilarious. Oh, did I pass it just talking here? I don't know. If I don't find it in this one go around, then I'm just not gonna, we're not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna make you watch me look for these, but I love doing this type of thing. I don't know. Call me a nerd. Yeah, I think I flew right past it. Talking. Anyways, Ace of Cups, that has the gray background. Gaining spiritual wisdom in unconditional love. Removing resistance to love by loving yourself first. Loving yourself first. First Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13, yeah. You want to really know about love? I thought about reading that. Maybe we should read that. Everyone wants to argue about their Bibles and this Quran and that and blah 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 and which one's right and which one's wrong and some people just want to discount the Bible totally. To discount God, obviously. But I've always said, hey, it doesn't matter. Let's just pretend that, yeah, there's no God and there's no all of this other stuff, and you want to talk about this Bible, but it's not a bad book. Not one thing in the Bible has ever led somebody to the wrong thing or down the wrong path, or, it's... Feathers. Feathers. It's the number 14 card, which is the number 5 energy. Feathers was 2 after eagle, wasn't it? Interesting. You have received this card as the universe and the spiritual realms want you to pay attention to the feathers that are appearing from above. Have you ever been walking or driving in your car and a feather has floated before you and crossed your path? These spiritual reminders are to let you know you are loved and protected by your angels and loved ones in spirit. Feathers have a way of appearing in our lives just at the right moment. We know rationally that a feather comes from a bird, yet many times a feather appears there are no birds in close proximity. This is because feathers are from a gift from the heavens and universe to remind you that you are never alone. Your angels and your loved ones go to great lengths to get your attention in times of doubt, fear, despair, and sadness. Finding a feather can be confirmation from your angels that you are on the right path. The psychic symbol of a feather can also be a sign that positive things are about to appear. When you find a feather, take note of its color and size. I find a lot of white feathers, which indicates to me that they are my guardian angels and loved ones. When I find colored feathers, it is a sign that something very special is about to happen. When I find a black feather, it indicates to me there is a warning of a challenge ahead. Gray and or half black white feathers remind me to be alert. However, for those who follow the practice of shamanism, finding a black feather is a positive sign when you find feathers. Focus on what type of feeling this sign gives you personally and give thanks to the universe, your angels and loved ones above. So, it's another message that image I guess I've been given. You know, it's always a question of mine of how I can connect to my ancestors more and how to do any just to begin with. And I was given this picture of like a spider web. And at first I thought, oh, I'm the spider. And it's like, nope, you're in the spider web. And when you can get on these vibrations and these frequencies of your ancestors, it's kind of like, because we're all interconnected, and we're all interconnected how and by what? This little string, yeah? And so you get on that vibration, or you're trying to connect with these different deities and your different ancestors. It's kind of like tinging on that string, and then now they know you're ready. Now they know you're in position. Now they know that you're in the right frequency and vibration. And now they are able and willing to help you. I mean, they're always obviously willing to help you, and they're always right there. But specifically, now you're ready to work with this one. And I myself am trying to figure out a deeper way to connect through love. And so, you know, my brain has went from being an atheist when I was a kid to believing in even more than I mean, I can't even put a word on this part. And so I didn't even understand or know about these ancestors. And it was hard for me to fathom and wrap my head around this concept. But based on the experiences that I've had in the past, I realized, okay, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. You know, there is a lot more to than and then I run into neuroscientists and brilliant geniuses that are now admitting themselves even they were atheists, and they don't know what they believe in now, or what to put on that, or what words to put around this new belief. But they now know what they know, and once you know, you can't unknow what you know. So we're always building. The work is never done. You know, and that's, I think, a lot of why we're in this single world now, is everybody thinks that they're now, we've got this new standard, we've got this new borders, new boundaries, and I'm just gonna wait for the, someone who is all fixed up and awakened and blah blah blah. But our work is never done, and we're supposed to be here for each other, all of us, not just for one person, one soulmate, one twin flame. But I really believe that we're witnessing this epic switch. And I don't want to say it's going to go back to the way it was, because we don't want that. The way it wasn't working either. But because of the way it was and the way that it is, we're going to have an alchemized flip switch. It's going to be alchemized from the past. And that's why we're not supposed to literally, well, it's not that we are supposed to forget the past to a point. But in order for this flip switch to happen, well, we need a change in consciousness. And it starts with you. It starts with me. You know, a lot of people want to run out and try to change the whole world, but they don't care to change themselves. They don't, or they believe that once they are to this certain point, there's no more need to change, because now I got this brilliant, great thing, and I can go make everything money off of all of that, and I'll never have to do another thing in my life. That's not an awakened person. It's a constant work. It's a constant. It's a constant. Just that. That's the stop. It's a constant. Hmm. With that, I'll leave you with this. Please watch your thoughts. They will become your words. Please watch your words. They will become your habits. Please watch your habits. They will become your character. See you on the north side.